There's so many people that are excited about the Apple Watches and all of the other digital devices, including the rings, because they can tell you what your circadian rhythm is. They can tell you what your heart rate is. They will even say that you slept enough. But have you ever noticed that you still sometimes wake up tired and unclear? Your head is a little foggy, or you may even be on edge. If that's you, this episode is for you, because we need to talk about these popular devices that provide so much information for us. Because the problem I'm seeing is not that you're following the devices, you're getting the feedback, or that you're lacking discipline. It might be that you have the data, but no direction. So today I'm going to show you how to turn wearable feedback into a simple decision system so that you can stop guessing and start changing the right thing first. If you're ready to stop wondering what's actually safe in your home and start taking action, or if you're a mom who wants to create a healthier space for your family, but you're tired of conflicting advice and confusing labels, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Cynthia. I spent 25 years as a fashion educator and designer, and I know textiles inside and out. But here's what I've learned. Non-toxic living isn't just about what you eat. It's about what you sleep on, what you wear, and what you clean with every day. On this podcast, we talk about it all, from organic eating to sustainable fashion to the household products that truly matter, with real better options for busy women and moms like you. Welcome to Start Living Sustainable. Let's figure this out together. Quick invitation before we get into this. If you're done guessing what to change first, my audit session is designed for exactly that. In 1 hour, you'll leave with a personalized first room plan, like what to start, why it matters, and what your first move is based on your lifestyle and your wellness goals. You can book that through the link in the show notes down below, or you can DM me the words first room and tell me your top goal. Is it better sleep, less stress, or more energy? And I'll tell you where to start. Now let's talk about why your watch or your ring or one of your digital devices can be accurate, but you can still feel off. Why is that? This week I got surprised because the wellness trends are loud and they just released the 2026 trends. And honestly, there was a lot of them. I started reading what's in the wearables, the glucose trackers, the AI wellness, functional foods, and I felt this pressure to talk about everything. But then I pictured you listening and I'm like, do you really want to hear about all this? You're probably already overwhelmed with things that are going on in your life. So instead of trying to tell you everything that's coming down the pipeline, knowing that you're already trying to do the right things, I thought, if I pile on more information, I'm not helping. I'm just adding to the noise. So I asked myself the one question I use with clients. What is the simplest thing that I need to decide on so that I can share with you first, so that you can get relief this week? And the answer was clear. You don't need more trends. You need a decision system. I'm not pretending I've mastered every one of these trends. I am looking at them, but I am certain of this. When you have a sequence, you stop spiraling. And that's why I keep coming back to the same starting point, your first room, because that's where clarity becomes action and you build momentum. Let me just name the problem, because a lot of women are doing this right now. They're tracking their sleep. They're watching their steps. They're trying to eat better, trying to be consistent, and they're still feeling like their bodies didn't quite get the memo. So you may, like a lot of women, do what smart, motivated people do. They look for the missing piece. And the missing piece is usually not another supplement, another routine, another product, or another wellness trend. It's a sequence. It's knowing what to do first, then next, and why. Because when everything feels important to you, nothing gets done. The important things can slip through the cracks and get pushed on the back burner. Now, let me give credit where credit is due. These wearables are helpful because they can show you patterns over time, especially around how long you sleep, your sleep consistency, how many times you wake up through the night, and general recovery signals like your heart rate. So yes, your watch or your ring can say you got 6 hours of sleep, and that's factual. It's true. But here's what's also true: 6 hours isn't the same as 6 hours of restored sleep. Think of it like this: your wearable is the dashboard. It can show you what happened, your sleep, your recovery, your stress patterns, and that's useful. It usually cannot tell you the cause in real time. Your home is like a set of levers, the things you can actually adjust. You can adjust the light, the scents and the smells in your house, what's in reach in your kitchen, what touches your skin all day, what your bedroom feels like at night. And your brain is your default setting, right? When you're tired or stressed, it doesn't always choose what's best for you. It chooses what's familiar. So the goal isn't more information, which is the data you're getting from these devices. The goal is to turn one dial, one room, long enough that your brain learns a new default. And that's how data turns into results. Once you understand that, you stop asking, what else should I track? And you start asking, what's the first room I should change? And when you don't have that first room decision, like where am I going to start with reducing my toxic load, this is what happens. I see this trap a lot. You'll start tracking and think, okay, now I'll finally know what to do. And then the data comes in, and our brains does what brains do. It tries to solve everything at once. It starts thinking, is it my food? Is it my stress? What about my hormones? Is it my bedtime routine? Is it my bedroom? Is it the products that I'm using? And you know what that turns into, right? It's usually not action. It turns into anxiety disguised as research. So let me say it plainly. Data without a plan becomes mental noise, and that's where my work begins. Because when I say decision system, I don't mean a fancy program. I mean a shortcut from I don't know where to start to I know what to do first. A decision system answers 3 questions quickly. The first one is, what outcome do you want most right now? Better sleep, less stress, or more energy? The second question is, what's your highest frequency environment in your home? Where do you spend most of your hours? And where are the same exposures being repeated over and over again? The third one is, what's the simplest first move you can actually make and keep? Not the perfect move, the keepable move, the one that's going to stick. That's the system. We're all on a wellness journey because staying well is how we stay out of the the healthcare system. Okay, I do the research, so you don't have to do as much. Now, my job is to give you a clear first step so that you can protect your health without turning wellness into a second job. The goal of most women is to feel better in their real life every day, every week. And when you have a sequence, the overwhelm stops. Now let's connect this to your home in a way that's actually useful. Let me explain. When we talk about the different rooms in your home, the bedroom is like the recovery lever. If your goal is to get better sleep, have a calmer mind, especially your nervous system when you're trying to unwind at the end of the day, this room matters first and foremost. The kitchen is the input lever. If your goal is energy and mood stability, this room matters first because it shapes your daily defaults. Now, the laundry, if you're constantly in contact, and we all are, with textiles of some sort, then your bedding, your clothes, this room, it has the highest frequency pathways that a lot of people overlook. The bathrooms are generally the smaller spaces, and they have levers too. These small rooms have high frequency routines. Now, what that means, these are routines that you practice day and night when you're in the bathroom. So they matter more than you might think. And we can talk about that more in our sessions. But here's the difference between generic advice and a decision system. The generic advice says, do all of this. A decision system says, pick the first lever, pick the first room, because doing everything is what keeps you stuck. Now, this is the part I want you to listen to closely. You don't have to fix your whole life to change your results. You have to choose the right starting point. And yes, your wearable devices can actually help you confirm patterns in your life, but your wearables can't walk through the rooms in your home. They can't look at your routines and tell you what to do first. That's the value of personalization, which is one of the trends. And this is where my audit comes in. The audit isn't about fear. It's not about throwing everything away either. It's about clarity and sequence. In my audit, I use a personalized scorecard that will actually help you identify your likely highest frequency exposures and the routine patterns that you may not realize. Then I map your first room and your first move based on your goals. Again, is it better sleep, less stress, more energy? It also considers your lifestyle, your budget, and what you're realistically able to maintain. And let me be clear, because I also know that skepticism is healthy. I don't diagnose, I don't treat, and I don't make medical promises. What I can help you do is to identify and reduce likely triggers, simplify your choices, and build a plan you can execute. And yes, this is the grown-up version of wellness. It's taking control of your own health and well-being, being empowered to know what to keep and what to ditch. So let's recap in plain language. I want you to know wearables are useful. They show patterns. Patterns without a plan, though, creates anxiety. So having a decision system gives you sequence. First room, first move, and why that's important. And when you stop guessing, you stop wasting time and money, and you start getting results. So here's my question for you. If you've been collecting data from your devices, but you still feel stuck, or you want to feel better, what would change if you had a personalized plan by the end of this week? If you want help choosing your first room based on your goals, whatever those goals are for you, sleep, stress, energy, DM me first room and tell me which one you want most. Or you can book your Healthy Home Audit session through the link in the show notes down below. Just remember, data is helpful. Direction is power. Thanks for listening to Start Living Sustainable. If this episode met you where you are, share it with a friend who might also need it as well. Your voice helps more women find the foundation they've been missing. Until next time, feeling lighter never goes out of style.